We're recording.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This is so fun.
Yeah. Happy 20th anniversary.
Happy 20th.
I mean, 2 decades.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, actually.
Tell the
Yeah.
people where we are right now.
We are at a resort. It's on a vineyard, and it's about 3 hours north of Los Angeles. It's very peaceful,
Yeah.
very serene. It almost feels like we're in Tuscany, like in Italy somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like olive trees and cypress trees and great vines everywhere. It's really nice. And this
So
was so last minute too.
it was. And we got you to drink some wine last night.
Yeah.
You took a few little sippy sips.
Yeah.
You took a few sips. Huh?
You know what? Why are we kicking it off like this?
Well, because we just, for those who watch, thank you all for watching this. This is our first venture into doing like a show, a podcast, a conversation. We're dipping our toes in the water. Because I thought about that, because we didn't have any wine or champagne at our wedding.
We did not. That's true. That's true.
And so like 20 years later, I'm thinking like, yo.
Not even like a little bit of champagne.
No,
Toast.
not a toast.
Okay, but we did, by the time we got to our honeymoon, when we got to our suite
Yeah.
in Mexico, we did have our.
We didn't have any champagne.
We did, didn't we?
No,
Are you sure? Ooh,
I'm
did
sure.
I misremember?
You misremembered that.
On our honeymoon?
We didn't
Are
have
you
no-
positive?
I'm positive.
Okay, maybe not.
We didn't have any. Now we did on like some anniversaries moving forward.
Oh,
we
maybe
did.
that was.
Because things just kind of, after 20 years, things just kind of like, it's like
We softened.
just
a
kind of
bit.
melt
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
But we didn't have any wine, no champagne, and I think and it's not that I feel like we missed anything,
Mhm.
but then I got to a certain point where I was like, why don't I drink anything? Like I don't have wine, I don't have champagne, and listen, I'm over that. I'm now 45, about to be 46. Grew up in church. Am a pastor. Never been drunk in my life. But last night at a wine tasting with my wife, celebrating our 20th anniversary, I'm like, this is living.
Yeah, maybe we could do another conversation about, how things evolved.
Yeah.
And just socially, I think probably, moving and maybe being around a different social setting. We, I know when we moved to LA and, when we bought our house and if people come over, it's just customary to, bring a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
That just happens without a second thought. And, if you go and you're visiting someone and it's, it may not even be a party, but you could just be visiting someone's home and they'll just open a bottle of wine. And it's really a social thing more than it is, I guess, about the act of drinking. And so,
Yeah.
I think showing ourselves friendly and showing ourselves social, and it just made sense. But yeah, we could probably talk about that. That's probably a whole nother, I don't want to turn our 20th celebration into just this whole discussion about our very strict Pentecostal upbringing.
But I think it's a great
and
place.
kind of how we've set. It is relevant in the sense of like how we have settled into ourselves over
Yes.
time and how we have just become comfortable. I think within ourselves and also as a couple, how we've settled over time. Yeah.
I think people oftentimes ask, like, so maybe I'll ask you like what people ask me. But I think people, like, a lot of times people ask, well, what's the
This
secret?
mic is heavy. I'm sorry.
Heavy.
I mean, it's like holding it.
It's not a heavy
It's
mic.
like after a while, it's like, oh, this is okay.
Come
Sorry.
on. See, she's new to this. I'm true to this.
I'm like having to switch hands. I'm like, whoo.
It's fine. When people ask, what's the secret? Like, what's y'all's secret? What's the secret? And the more I think about it, like, the answer evolves over time for me to answer that. And now I've grown to say, well, there's no secret. Number one, it's figuring out what works for you. What works for you and your spouse?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you all agree upon? And what are the things that you may disagree upon, but aren't deal breakers? You know what I'm saying? It's really a choice. It's decisions. It's being able to live with the things as within yourself that you may not love. Like, hey, I want to get better at such and such. I want to do better here. I can just speak for me. The things that I'm deficient in, you are efficient in. And I feel
What
like,
do you think you're deficient in?
I think sometimes, like, organization. I'm an organized person when it comes to creative and vision, but when it comes to like super details about like finances and like timing of we got to get this done, that's not really where my bandwidth is. And I know a lot of couples kind of like clash over that. And
You do get impatient with details. And I love details.
And
love.
And I love that about you. I love that it's the balance. I figured that's another secret. It's like if you don't realize how your partner balances you, then you miss it, because you'll be busy trying to change them when they're actually balancing you. It's not the responsibility for you to make me happy. It's not your responsibility to change me. It's not my responsibility to make you change. However, it's my responsibility to be accountable for my personal growth. And I feel as if once couples decide, like, I'm going to work on myself, that should spark something in the other person to work on themselves. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like we've modeled that over. We do spark each other, and I think play off of each other. And I do think, like, you've certainly challenged me in areas of just like letting go. Just don't think about it. Just go with the flow. I probably overthink a lot of things.
Wow.
Unnecessarily.
It's the Gemini in you, huh?
Listen, so we're not even this. That's probably more of an inside joke, because I don't even want to get into your area, your Scorpio ways.
Yeah.
But
Scorpio, team Scorpio.
Yeah, I'm not really into the signs, but I always find it interesting.
I'm into the wonders.
Signs and wonders, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But it is interesting when some of the descriptors hit close to home. I do find that funny.
So what do you feel is our secret? What would you tell a person, like, from your point of view? Like, if there's a secret, what would you say it is? Or secret sauce, or what have you? Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know if I would call it. I don't think any of it is a secret, honestly. A secret implies that it's like hidden knowledge that,
Mm-hmm.
only a few people have, and I don't think it's a secret.
Mm-hmm.
I just think um I feel like after 20 years, I can still say that you are my friend. I can still say, um, it's like we love each other, of course, but we like each other. And yeah, I think that's important. It's important that you like and that you have a friendship with the person that you are in partnership with every single day.
Yeah.
And I like how you said it when last night when did you first say this? When was it with the kids? I think we were talking to the kids and you said, "Oh, you said when the first phone conversation we had."
I was talking to Jonah, our son. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were like, "Yeah, we stayed on the phone for 5 hours and it's been a continuous conversation ever since."
Absolutely.
So the fact that we can sit down today, like
Yeah.
off camera, and we can just have a conversation about anything.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Because that's probably what drew me to you. Like, we could literally talk for hours about anything.
Yeah.
And I always like hearing your thoughts, and then you hear my, like, I don't know, about something completely random.
In our first conversation, we talked about a lot of stuff.
I don't remember.
Well, we
Y'all-
talked about Martin for hours.
Did we?
We did. We laughed about Martin. We laughed
Oh my
about
gosh.
church, of course. It was just like the commonalities of like, we both grew up Kojic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we had that.
And you know what? Maybe sometimes that part is underrated. Like when I
Yeah.
think about, when they say opposites attract, or like you could be from completely different worlds, sometimes that's really, really hard.
Yeah.
I can imagine
Yeah.
that if you came from a completely different background as me, I can see how that could have its challenges in a way that, like, some things are just understood
Yeah.
when you do have a lot in common, and like how you were raised, or like the type of household or community you came from. Some things are just understood, so maybe
Yeah.
not having that common ground, it could be challenging.
Well,
I can see that.
we also did, even with our commonalities, we did have
Oh,
stark differences though.
100. And I was gonna say that. I
We
was gonna say, even with the commonalities, in a lot of ways, we grew up nothing alike. So it's almost like, yeah,
Yeah.
like there were maybe themes
Yeah.
of like church and religion, and yes, there were themes, but in terms of like the specific ways that we grew up, very different.
We back. We had to fix some things technically,
It's hot.
It's hot out here.
It's beautiful, but if you're sitting still,
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot in this wine valley.
Yeah, it's hot out here.
But yeah,
So
we're so spoiled.
we
Hot is like 80. What?
No,
what
it's hot out here. It's in the
Is
90s.
it in the
It's in the
90s?
90s. It's
Oh.
going to probably touch 100. It's hot.
Oh.
In the shade, it's hot.
Yeah.
We're talking about the continuous conversation on being together for 20 years and the importance of, liking each other, loving each other. But I thought about something.
And thinking that the other person is interesting.
Oh, absolutely. That's, that's an underrated thought. I wonder, for the married people out there who's watching, do you actually think your spouse is interesting?
Yeah.
Do you find them interesting? Do you find them intriguing? Do you find them,
Yeah.
I see, I try not to judge people. I do be having a little bit of judgment, but I will see couples, and lots of times it's wives, who downplay the things that are perhaps quirky about their husband, creative. It's like, oh, he into that, or that's his thing. But I think that's when you downplay that, it's almost like you refuse to find the interesting part in your spouse. Have you seen that before with
Now, okay. So, you know me. You're the observer of people.
I do observe people.
I don't really think about not in that sense. I don't really like. I don't know.
She don't be thinking about y'all.
I would have to think about it. But I more so think about how I've related to you over time.
But I only go off what people say. So
what I have seen, the reason I mentioned my perception could be off, but I have gotten the perception that some people just don't like the person.
Oh yeah.
They just don't. I'm like, do you even like them?
Yeah.
So that can come across sometimes, but maybe it's just, yeah.
So
and it's, people have different language that they use. They have different ways of expressing themselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have heard people, whether it's the husband or wife, and in how they speak, in the context that they speak, and it makes me think, like, man, do they even like them?
Just be huffing when they walk in the room.
I mean, it may not even be huffing. It just may be a tone or like I don't know, but that's why I mentioned like.
Yeah.
And I think also over time people change. That's the other thing. The other thing is the person you marry after 20 years, they are sometimes not really the same person.
Yeah.
Because, and especially if you get married young, like we did, we were like fresh out of college, and
to be fair, it wasn't that young. We was like 24-ish, 25. I guess in this era.
In this era, young. 25 it's young to get married, in our time. Because, I mean, if you think about it, we're like, in our kids' age group at school, we're kind of like the younger.
Always the youngest parents.
We're kind of like on the younger side as parents, or the youngest. So, yeah, so like you have a lot of growing and living to do, and you change. And if your mind is stuck on how that person was 15 years ago, you won't really know how to respond to them in the present. So that's probably one of my biggest lessons I've had to learn. I'm like, oh, you're so different now. And you're like, yeah, I am different. And I'm like, oh.
Don't say it like that. Yeah, I am different. You see how she say I be talking?
You probably
I don't
did.
talk like
you probably did say it like that at some point in time.
I never talk like that.
Maybe.
I don't talk like that.
I
am different now.
No, like, I'm pretty sure
I'm the captain now.
We've had one of those conversations where you were like, I am different.
But I think that's cool. I think being different, growing, evolving, being willing to grow and evolve, being willing to work on yourself, find things to, do together. I want to, before we wrap it up, because it's getting hot out here. I thought about something. It's just kind of lighten the mood. A question I want to ask you, because it's something I was thinking about. So,
oh Lord,
I was in a store. Yeah, I think it was in a store the other day. And this is just a quirky thing about me. I can see somebody about to walk past me, and I can look at them and be like, I'm going to hold my breath when they walk past me because I don't trust they walk by wind. And it's not that the person looked like they was unhoused or what have you. It was just, I don't trust whatever fragrance this woman puts on. And she was friendly. She spoke like, oh, hi. And I was just like, see, I wasn't wrong. And I was like,
this is a perfect example.
Always love how you smell.
See, I never know what's about to come out of your mouth. And that, I'm sitting up like, what is he about to say?
No, I'm telling you, man, like, I always, there's not a time since I've known you from college to now, I've never been like, what's that perfume? Or what's that hair product that you always choose? And because for those who don't know, my wife is picky about smells. She's extremely picky. Boy, she'll be like, what's that? I don't like. But I'm happy about that because I never have to be like, I don't like how something smells. I've never had to hold my breath around you. And I be holding my breath a lot.
I don't even know how to take that.
You should be like.
This is a prime example of your silliness.
It's not silly. It's real.
I appreciate that. And you smell good too.
Oh, thank you. After you talked about my colognes before, I went through.
Okay, in all fairness, when this is like college days, and you know how sometimes on college campuses,
you hate, what was that you hated?
People will put on cologne and maybe hadn't showered, maybe, I don't know. It's just maybe.
It wasn't Dolce and Gabbana, was it? It was one of the colognes. It was a top level cologne.
You know what? It was Gaultier. It
was Gaultier?
It was Jean Paul Gaultier. Is that the body?
But see,
that the man body?
It was that one. It was another one that I had because I never bought the Jean Paul.
Oh.
It was another one.
I don't know.
Okay. It was your smell association.
It was once I associated that cologne with another, and then it was almost like, oh my gosh, when I smelled it again, it was like total recall. I don't know. But that was, I mean, I don't know. I hate talking about stuff like this because now I'm talking about people.
No, you're not talking about nobody.
Yeah.
You're not talking about a person because you're not bringing up a person. You're bringing up an instance.
I just remember the smell.
You remember the smell.
Yeah.
And see, I think smell, now this is my Seinfeld. I think smell is an underrated scent. It's an underrated sense.
No, smell is very important. Oh my God, it's not underrated.
But people don't always talk about the association of where smell takes you. So the smell of a certain cologne,
it can transport you.
Would transport you. It would trigger you. It would make you feel. Yes, you had a traumatic experience of funk.
That's a stretch.
From somebody wearing the type of cologne without showering.
Yeah.
Now. I wasn't the individual.
No.
But you had a traumatic experience. So
this is so silly. Did we just talk for 5-10 minutes about?
I think that's okay. This is our show.
But this is probably true to life, though.
It's very true to life.
Cause we'll come home and plop down and we'll talk about random stuff.
The kind of stuff we talk about.
But then I love it
give
because
people nicknames.
Ooh.
People be having nicknames.
They do. But it's all in fun. It's all in, it's never anything too serious when it comes to that. Even though we can talk about serious things too. And
talk about people too.
now ain't nobody gonna want to come over because they gonna be like, "Oh,
No,
they talk about
we don't
people."
talk about our friends. No, we don't talk about our friends ever.
Right.
We don't talk about our
No,
friends.
we don't.
We love our friends.
We do.
We love our
do.
friends.
We do.
And
And
the
we
friends
and
of
we
our
love
friends.
we love being around people. We love opening up our home. We just
Facts.
like yeah, we like community.
But people think I'm so like, I guess speak to the people who think I'm so controversial. Like, oh my God, you just say whatever comes to your mind. Would you please let people know that I do not say everything that comes to my mind? Please let the people know.
I think that one of the characteristics that you have, which I think maybe it can be offensive to people, is that you're direct. And if you've never really dealt with a direct person,
Yes.
it can be like very off-putting. But I have learned to really appreciate your directness in a way. I don't think you're rude. I just think
I don't think you're rude. You just say rude things.
I think you are direct.
Yes.
And I don't think that, like, if I were to compare us two, before I say something, I think about probably, like, I don't know, implications of what I'm going to say. I think about implications multiple ways. I don't think you go through that process.
No.
And then in turn, whatever the outcome of that process is, you change what you're going to say, or you,
You're right.
or you decide not to say something.
You're right. And here's why I refuse, and I'll never do that. I will never change. A couple reasons. Number one, that was never done for me growing up. I grew up in an era and time where people were going to be extremely hot or cold with you. Now, I'm never cold towards people, but I grew up in a time where people, like growing up in Chicago, they either rocked with you or they didn't. They either liked you or they didn't. So if you come up in a space where your people are your people and you could try to fit in somewhere, and they'll be like, man, gone. So you develop a kind of a, okay, cool. I have to carry myself in more of a independent way. That's why I don't really, neither you nor I really get into like really big group dynamics where we apply group logic. We more so apply like, what does this actually mean for me, and what is this in the grand scheme of things? So the first reason is how I came up being treated. Second reason is I can't be phony, and I think this is we live.
You saying I'm phony?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm saying people politic, and they use a level of phony to leverage everything that they get. And that's cool. If that's you and you say, man, it works for you, it works for me, do you. Being phony has never worked for me. I don't play the game in that way. You have to play a game in certain ways, and in that way, I don't know how to not be direct. I don't know how. So for some people, I'm their cup of tea, I'm their cup of coffee, I'm their, like, we locked in. But for other people, it's like, oh, you controversial because you say.
You're like the least controversial person. I mean, actually, you're probably, I don't know. I mean, I mean, if I were to look on the spectrum of controversy, you're like,
Uh,
I mean, I guess it's all relative.
it's all relative.
Because in terms of
it's all
controversy,
relative.
it's like minimum controversy.
Yeah. Because
But directness can be very off-putting.
and be willing to say
And be willing.
what
yeah.
some people may be thinking about saying, but be willing to say,
Yeah.
hey, why are we talking about this? This is the obvious part.
Yeah.
That, oh, Jay Shep, you wow, man, I can't believe you. But I also believe too, that is a part of gifting. That you can, I think some people, and I feel like I fall into this category of being a gifted opinionist. I think I'm gifted in opinion. Not that my opinion is right, but I think it's a giftedness in how you share it. I think there's a way in how you communicate and share your thoughts and your opinions. It doesn't mean that you're right. I reserve the right to be wrong about everything that I say. But how I share it is a way that I say I'm unique in how I share.
And
my
another
thoughts.
thing, I think you're okay when people disagree with you.
Yes.
Except for me. Okay.
All right. That's it for our episode.
No. You're okay when people disagree with you, and I don't think people realize that you're okay.
I'm so okay with it.
If people disagree with you. And I feel like if people knew that you were okay,
Yes.
then maybe, I don't know, maybe some of your exchanges would go a little bit differently.
I think they would.
Because honestly, you just like the exchange of ideas.
It's a sport.
You just like exchanging ideas and
Absolutely.
opinions, and you find that interesting.
It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's engaging.
Yeah.
And I believe it's going to make us a lot of money. So we're going to end this episode. Thank you for watching. This is called Nothing to Lose. We're trying to find Jason Stacie, Nothing to Lose.
Nothing to lose.
I don't
That's
know.
like very like, I don't know.
It's controversial.
We're
workshopping it.
Let's workshop
We're
it.
workshopping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for the love. Thank you for watching. Happy anniversary.
Maybe house money.
House money.
You know, you always say that.
House money.
You be like, I'm playing with house money.
House money. I like that.
Okay, I don't know.
We gonna work. We gonna
We'll
work.
workshop it.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. It's getting hot out here. We're gonna finish our time here in Paso Robles. We'll see you next time. Peace.